Win or lose, these guys fought to the bitter end. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 epic anime last stands. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the battles in anime where a character was greatly outnumbered or overpowered, yet refused to give in, even if the conflict ended up costing them their lives. As such, prepare for some major spoilers, as well as plenty of mature content ahead. Number 10, Baron Zeppeli vs Tarkus, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. As Jonathan Joestar's Hamon teacher and surrogate father figure, William A. Zeppeli quickly established himself as a lovable addition to Phantom Blood's lineup, and it's no wonder since within the first minute of meeting him, he did pull off that now iconic frog punch. Alas, the shadow of death constantly lingered over him, given how he was prophesied to give his life in order to free a young lion and set him one step closer to his destiny. He ends up accomplishing this when the Dark Knight Tarkus tears him in half, but not before he gives the last of his Hamon to JoJo, providing him with the final boost he needs to take on Dio. Arrivederci. Number 9, Asuka vs the mass-produced EVA Units, the End of Evangelion. It doesn't matter if you're the biggest angel on the block, there's nothing more terrifying than a pissed off Asuka coming at you full speed with murder on the brain. With Sele sending a whole swarm of mass-produced EVA units in order to destroy the nerve facility and everyone inside, their last line of defense comes in the form of everyone's favorite tsundere. This is the last one! While she certainly puts up a valiant effort, she's eventually overwhelmed by the robotic vultures, resulting in a very messy end. Number 8, Devilmen vs Demons, Devilman Crybaby. The world has gone to shit, Satan has gathered his forces, and Miki's dead. You can see how Akira might have been a tad unhinged after all that. Ready and willing to kill his former best friend, he assembles the last of the Devilmen and leads the assault on Ryo and his demons in the final battle for Earth. While Akira does manage to put the kibosh on a fair few of his hellish minions, he ultimately ends up losing his life when his lower half gets blown to pieces. Just as Ryo is overcome with grief, God decides now would be a good time to nuke the planet. Number 7, Ryder vs Gilgamesh, Fate Zero. In spite of their mutual respect for one another, there was only ever going to be one king left standing at the end of the Fourth Holy Grail War. In order to defeat the Archer-class servant, Ryder unleashes the full power of his noble phantasm, leading an army of warriors in a desperate charge. Alas, numbers can't compare to Gilgamesh's ultimate treasure, the sword known as Ea. Even after his soldiers are decimated, Ryder pushes forward until he too is claimed by the gates of Babylon. Now there was a ruler worth going to hell for. Number 6, Zabuza vs Mercenaries, Naruto. He may have been Naruto's first real antagonist, but you can't deny that Zabuza knew how to go out like a boss. After getting himself gravely injured and losing his beloved student, it's fair to say that the Demon of the Mist wasn't having the best day.
Your words cut deep, deeper than any blade.
Things only got worse when his employer betrayed him, arming himself with a horde of mercenaries that were all set to slice him up for his failure. Did he roll over and accept his fate?
He must be out of his mind. One against all of us, what's he thinking?
Nope, he slaughtered his way through them all with nothing more than a kunai in his mouth, all before dying of his wounds next to Haku.
I wish I could go to where you have gone. Oh, I wish I could join you there.
Number 5, Tekkadan vs Gjallarhorn. Mobile Suit Gundam, Blooded Orphans. Betrayed, isolated, and leaderless, the child soldiers of Tekkadan were practically handed a death sentence after they found themselves surrounded on all sides by Rustal Alien's forces. With the goal of getting as many of his friends as possible to safety, Mikazuki pushes Barbatos to the limit as he cleaves through waves after waves of enemy mobile suits. Even after he gets blasted to pieces by Elian's use of illegal weaponry, he just brushes himself off and proceeds to go on a feral rampage. While his ending was undeserved, at least he went out defending the dream he and Orga had worked so hard for.
Daro? Orga. Sodana.
Number 4, Netero vs Meruem. Hunter x Hunter. The old geezer was one of the most powerful Nen users to ever exist, easily able to smite the hell out of any foolish chimera ant that tried to step up to him. Alas, for all his incredible strength, he was still no match for the king. After exhausting all of his options, even the deadly Zero Hand, Netero is unable to break through Meruem's defenses. Thankfully, he has one last trump card up his sleeve, one that unfortunately involves him taking his own life in order to trigger an explosion of catastrophic proportions. Needless to say, the Ant King felt that one. Number 3, Whitebeard vs the Marines and Blackbeard Pirates. One Piece. Nothing lasts forever, not even the manliest anime character to ever live. Unable to save Ace from dying at the hands of the world government, Whitebeard prepares for a final standoff against the Navy forces, as well as his traitorous ex-crew member Blackbeard. As a result, he gets stabbed, shot, and blasted with magma until he finally passes away. Mind you, while all that was going on, he did manage to royally wreck all of Marineford, as well as teach Blackbeard a valuable lesson about why you should never betray your crew. The fact he died standing is just the cherry on the top. Number 2, Vegeta vs Jiren. Dragon Ball Super. We think it's fair to say that out of everyone who competed in the Tournament of Power, Vegeta was the one who ended up going through the ringer the most. Not only did he have to blast his way through lesser combatants of various universes, but he also had to contend with Toppo in his God of Destruction form. A battle like that would have caused most people to call it quits, but not the Prince of Saiyans. In order to keep Universe 7 in the fight, he constantly throws himself at Jiren, despite getting the stuffing beaten out of him. At the end of it all, Vegeta puts aside his pride, trusting his last ounce of energy in the hands of his eternal rival, and now only hope. Number 1, All Might vs All for One. My Hero Academia. It's the end of an era. After once again coming face to face with his ultimate adversary, All Might finds himself being pushed to the edge due to his rapidly fading strength.
You were right. The hero has so much to protect in this world. Which is why I will defeat you!
The fact that All for One has multiple quirks that he can summon at will doesn't help much either.
How pointless.
However, thanks to the words of his mentor and the encouragement of the public, the symbol of peace manages to come through by using the last of his power to overcome this seemingly impossible hurdle via quite possibly the greatest punch in anime in the form of the United States Smash.
United States of
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.